Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I got Christmas lights in the background. It's not even Christmas. So in today's video, I'm gonna be talking about something that I really do enjoy, and I'm pretty sure everybody can relate on this because it's about music. Now, who doesn't love music? I am gonna be 21 in July, and I started going to concerts, I think back in 2012, so it's 2019 now. That would be 7 years. 7 years I've been going to concerts. I just personally think that concerts are a great place to like get away, let loose, not worry about anything, and just have fun and just feel good. I love my concerts. Okay, I've been to quite a few. Like, too many to count on my fingers and my toes. And my fingers and toes put together. I decided to come on here and just like talk about like my top 7 concerts I've been to. I didn't want to do 5 because I think that was like too little, and I didn't want to do 10 because I think it was too much. I literally had to think about this so hard. It's so hard picking like top anything. Like, in my opinion, I'm just like, how do you choose from such a big like list, or like from a big category? It's just hard for me. So I did my best, and I'm pretty sure I'm forgetting about some concerts that should have made it on here, but I'm just very forgetful, and this is what I can think off at the top of my head. So I'm gonna travel back in time a little bit, grab some popcorn, grab a snack, grab a drink. I'm just gonna tell you about all these wild times. The first concert on the list is We Came as Romans. Whew, we're starting off heavy, we're going in deep. Now, We Came as Romans is kind of like a hard subject for me to talk about nowadays. I really can't listen to them that much at the moment, because if you guys know, one of the frontmen, Kyle Pavone, sadly passed away recently, and it really hurts. It really hurts to listen to We Came as Romans. Like, they were like my favorite band back in like high school. That was 2013. That was October 5th. And I bought my sister had bought the tickets. Shout out to you, girl, because you know she made this possible to go. And we didn't realize that the concert was a 16 and over, and I was 15, and they check your ID at the door, and I didn't have that, and I didn't have my permit because again I'm not 16. So what happened was, I'm gonna find it. Again, I don't know if I packed it away, but I went to my sister's house and we got her permit because she's like a year and 1 day older than I am. So we got her permit and we whited out like all of her information, and then we put my information in on top of that, and then we scanned it and printed it out to like make it look like a permit because I wasn't 16. So I was like really nervous. We were like sort of towards the front, and we had made friends, or like we were talking to the people in front of us. And so what they did when they started checking IDs, thank God they had a Sharpie with them, but they like snuck me like in the corner. Like at this venue, there's like, I don't know how to describe it, but there's like this little corner that they hid me in, and they marked my hands with the Sharpie already to make it look like they checked my ID. So bless ups with the color morale. R.I.P. I wish they were still around. And Danger Kids. I don't know what happened to those guys, but they came on and it was magical. It was a good experience, and like the guy next to me was really nice. Every time that a crowd surfer came, he's like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, man, I'm good." And it was just amazing. Like, Kyle came into the crowd. I'll insert a clip here. Well, this paused on a lovely face, didn't it? But I don't know what happened to all my We Came as Romans videos. I'm very sad. I'm trying to figure out what the heck my Apple devices are doing. So the rest of the video will have clips, but not this part, unfortunately. Kyle was like stomping on us, and we were kind of dying because that weight, but it was really fun. Like, dude, he like held our hand. That concert, to me, that was the second concert I've ever been to. Third if you want to count Hannah Montana and the Jonas Brothers, but they were technically my second concert. and it was just one of those concerts that just like really stuck into my head. Kyle and Dave, like when they played Glad You Came, it's not their original song, but it was just like a cover. Like I remember they were like on stage and like they were hugging each other, and like I don't know, I'll never forget that. But yeah, it's really hard for me to listen to them. It makes me really sad. I wish I could just like suck it up and not be a baby. Oh god, I'm such a bad YouTuber. I don't know what happened to the beginning of this clip, but this is about Muse. I saw them back in 2017, so yeah, on with the video. On September 18th, and I bought these tickets for my dad for his birthday because he loves Muse, and I love Muse, and they were with 30 Seconds to Mars in Paris, and I'm just like, we need to go. So I spent like an arm and a leg on these tickets. Okay, I don't want to talk about it. It really still hurts my brain thinking about it. This was at Red Rocks, and if you guys have ever been to a show done at Red Rocks, it is beautiful. Like, it is so beautiful. I've been there 5 times, I can't remember, but I just love being outdoors for a concert. It was really cool. Like, Muse had such good energy, and it like blew my mind, and like I was screaming all the words, and you know, just it was a good time. We were at a decent spot. From like where I was standing and what I could see, I thought it was a good spot. From like videos, it doesn't seem that good, but like no matter where you're at Red Rocks, it's gonna be a good time. Yeah, I gotta see Paris again. I love Paris. Gotta love 30 Seconds to Mars. I want to go to Croatia so bad to go to Camp Mars, but I don't got money for that. But it was really cool. Like my emo little heart when they played that song Bury Me. I think that's what it's called. God, I'm a fake fan. I'm really bad at remembering song titles. Like he came into the crowd, like the energy overall, like the way everything sounded, it was just amazing, and I loved it. It was a good show. Plus, I love going to shows with my dad. It's like the funnest thing ever because he's so funny. Like when he starts to like headbang and like really gets into it, it's like, it's funny. God, it's hilarious. So the next one on the list, whew, I love. This was like a great tour. I forgot what it was called. It's when Blink-182 just dropped their most recent album. It was on September 13th. That was like 2017 too, I think. 2016, 2017, I forget. I think it was 2017. But again, I was with my sister. This was at Pepsi Center. If you guys have been to Pepsi Center for a concert, it's not the best. It's not made for concerts. It's meant for like basketball and hockey. Like it's not meant for a concert. Like just the sound, it's not that great. Oh, see, I forgot about Slipknot. I should put that on the list because that was a great concert, but it's not on there. Dang it. But anyways, yeah, it was a really good night. It was my first time seeing Blink-182. It was my second time seeing A Day to Remember. Me and my sister, again, we got really good like spots to like see it all. Like we were like, there was barricade, then the first row, and then there was like us, and the girls in front of us were pretty short, so I'm pretty short, and it was like great viewing. Blink-182 like put on a show that like literally blew my mind. Like their graphics, like the TV thingy, the projector behind them was sick. They had fire. Travis was slaying those drums. Like yes, I stan Blink-182. It was a really good show to see them first. A Day to Remember now, they are my loves. I love A Day to Remember so much. I still want to meet them. My sister, like my oldest sister, got me into them, and I couldn't be more thankful for that because I love them with a burning passion. Like I love all their music. Like there's not, I think, a single song that I don't like. I like their old stuff, I like their new stuff. It's just like, I didn't remember Can't Go Wrong in my book. That's just me though. But yeah, they did a really good show. Jeremy did his hamster ball thing where he was running on the crowd. It was pretty solid. Alright, so the next one on the list is Bring Me the Horizon. Now, I want to categorize like 2 concerts. It's both the same band, so like why not? Now, this is a story that I'm proud to talk about because I pulled some like good stunts here. Like first time I saw them, or no, like one of the most memorable ones was back in 2016, I believe. Yeah, it was 2016, and I don't know how I pulled this off. My sister had gotten the tickets, and it was on a school night. I was still in school at this time, and I was like, okay, like we gotta make this work somehow. So what I did that night, I was doing my homework and I was like, okay, like figuring out like how to make this all work to get the day off, because there's no way my parents were gonna let me skip school. So what I did is I got my mom's phone, because I was like, yeah, like my phone's acting weird, like I need to use it for a calculator for homework. I don't know. I was like crapping in my pants because I was like, oh my god, what if I get caught? I called the school and I was like, it was like off hours, so nobody picked up, which was sweet. But I put on my mom voice and I was like,
hello, this is Madeline Merritt's mother. I just wanted to call and let you guys know that she's going to be out from second period and out for the rest of the day due to family matters. She'll be returning back to school on blah 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 date. Yeah, thank you. Have a good day.
and I hung up and I was like shaky because I was like, oh my god, what if I get in trouble? What if I get caught? Like, I've never done this before. And so I had told my mom that I was going to a friend's house to stay the night because we had a video project to work on and we had to edit it, and I had to be turned in soon. And then I told my dad, I think I told my dad the exact same thing. My mom and my dad are separated, so like I had to basically just kind of like make sure my mom was like oblivious to what was going on more so than my dad. But I texted him throughout the night and I was like, hey, just checking in, we just got done eating dinner and whatnot. Second period rolled around and my sister's like, listen dude, like their bus just rolled up, like we gotta go, like I'm outside your school, like let's go. And I was like, okay. So I signed out and I left, and like we booked it down to downtown and I spent like all morning down there. I skipped school and everything, and I was like freaking out because I was like, something's gonna go wrong because my luck never works. But no, it like went totally fine, and I stayed the night at my sister's that night. She took me to school. She's such a saint for doing that. But this is like my stepsister, so like we don't have the same mom and the same dad. Like they separated, but like we're still like, you know. I pulled that stuff off. I got to meet the guys from Paris, and I don't think we were around when Lynn came out. I think we went to the bathroom, but I met Lynn already before, so she's a sweetheart, love. And we got to meet Jordan. He was super nice. They're all really cool guys. We trying to think who else we met. We saw Oliver, but like he didn't come out to the crowd. And we saw Hannah. We got to meet Matt Keen. That was pretty cool. It was like really rainy too, so your girl didn't look the best. I don't know what happened to these photos. I hope I can find them for this video. I know I have the one for sure with Paris. I think it was only one dude I met. I forgot his name. Brian? I think it was Brian. No, it was Alex. Alex, my bad. We were there like literally all day. It was fun. We got did we get barricade? Yeah, we got barricade, and we were like off to the side to like where any crowd surfers that were coming. We weren't really getting the whole like wave of them coming, which was nice. Oliver came in the crowd and it was amazing. So these videos and clips are literally saved on a flash drive I cannot find to save my life. Again, I'm very bad at organizing and editing and all that stuff, so you'll see some more clips for the other story I'm about to tell from another concert from Bring Me the Horizon. We're holding him up. I loved seeing Bring Me the Horizon. That was like a really, really cool show because that's when That's a Spirit just came out. But then the next time that I saw them, which was recently back in 2017 on March 28th, I think that's when it was, at the First Bank Center. We camped out that night. It was me, my sister, and I brought my friend along because it was her first time seeing Bring Me the Horizon and I really got her into them. It was cold. It was rainy. But we did get barricade, which was amazing. Fans were freaking crazy this time around. It was wild. It was with Underoath and Beartooth. The projections, like their screen too behind them was amazing. Like they're just like the videography that they had going on, if I don't know the correct term, but it was spectacular. And I don't know, it was just like, oh, I loved it. Like it was amazing. And then they started playing Oh No off of That's a Spirit. And of course, I was like the poppiest song. And this is the second time that happened. I had a crowd surfer, like, they threw him in the air and he landed on top of my head. And the first time, like, my face, like, hit the bar and, like, it hurt like a bitch, like, really bad. I was like, okay, like, I don't have a bloody nose, like, it just really hurt really bad. Like, there were, like, involuntary tears coming out. And then, during Oh No, what happened was a crowd surfer, this heavy dude, came and landed, like, the security guard, well, they didn't give us any warning, and so my head went right onto the bar, like right onto the bar, and I lifted my head back up, and in that moment it was like a faucet released from my nose. I thought I busted out a tooth because my my jaw, like my mouth hurt so bad. I was like, great. I was like, I can't, no. Like, I cannot afford to go home with a broken tooth. Thank God I didn't do that though. But my nose was bleeding from both sides and my mouth was bleeding. And the guys saw me and they're like, we need to get her out. And so, like, they were like lifting me up and I was like, no, like, I didn't want to go because it wasn't the end. And I was like, I can do it, I can stay. Because I was bleeding so, like, severely, like, they had to get me out. And I was like, great, like, okay, cool. Yes, that's what I want to go home with injuries. So I was rushed in, and like, so the photos I'm about to show, they are not flattering in any way, shape, or form whatsoever. These were taken right after my injury, so your girl's looking a little bit rough and doesn't look the best, and the lighting's kind of weird, so just, like, don't judge. So yeah, thanks, homie. And like my whole front area was like blood, and just like my whole face was like throbbing. And I walked past this door and like I saw Beartooth, like the lead singer from Beartooth, and like I think it was the drummer or something, so I can't remember who it was, from Underoath. They're like, dude, are you okay? And I was like, and I wasn't like in the right mind to like be like, oh my god, yeah, like whatever. I was just like, get me, like, sit down, like, I need to like stop this bleeding because it was just like coming out, man. So I don't know if you can tell, but like this lip is on this side is bigger than this side. Like, if you can't tell, like, it's just like not, it doesn't look right, okay? Like the inside of my lip literally split from the top and all the way to the bottom. If it went deeper than it already was, they would have had to like sew it shut, but thank God it healed on its own. I had to get x-rays as well. We went right to the emergency room right after, and oh my god, it was so expensive. But yeah, my nose is still jacked up, like hard. Like, I feel it like all the time. Like, my nose has not been the same since that concert. But here you can see that we made it in this magazine called 303. Never heard of it, but I look like a Muppet, which is great. Next one is Simple Plan. When I saw them this last time for the last full run of Warped Tour, they were closing out the show. It was them and I think Mayday Parade. In that moment, like, the sun was setting, it was beautiful out. It was just like that summer feeling, you know, like, you're gonna miss this, like, you're gonna miss this moment, you're gonna miss this time at Warped Tour and all the times in the past, and it was just like beautiful. There's so many people. I'll insert a clip. All my audio sucks, like, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's just like one of those moments that will always like stick to me, because like it was that last run of Warped Tour. It was our last, you know, Denver date, whatever, and I don't know if they'll ever come back, because like I know that they're doing like a 25th anniversary thing right now, but I was like, everybody is here for like one reason, and that's just like music. Like, I love my friends so much, I loved my life so much. I crowd surfed and like I got a little bit closer, and then I got dropped, but like I slid, so like it didn't hurt anybody. it was just, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know how to describe that feeling of just like pure bliss. Like, yeah, like this is what it's all about. And just to have Simple Plan close that out, like they're like the staple in like pop punk music, and like what kind of helped develop like, you know, what I listen to today and the friends that I have, and like just, I don't know. And I have a lot to thank for my sister too, because she did introduce me to them. Like, I remember when she was in high school, or like very young, and she was in love with Simple Plan, and I didn't take note to it at the time, but like now, like, I'm super thankful for that. The next one is Motionless in White. This was the Fort Collins date. This is my first time seeing a show in Fort Collins at the Aggie Theater on February 25th. That was for their Graveyard Shift tour. Now, I've seen Motionless in White multiple times. I don't even know how many times at this moment. But I've seen them so much enough to, like, when I see them, I don't care where I'm at anymore. Like, I don't care if I'm in the front. If I am, like, we're just kind of lucky, like, that it happened that way. That was the last time that Gia and Devin and Kylie were all, like, on the stage together with, like, the full of Motionless in White. We were just all there, just, like, have fun and, like, not really care anymore. Like I said, like, where we're at, or how close we are, or what side we're on. It just doesn't matter to us because we've seen them so much. That was such a good concert. Like, the people, the crowd, like, the energy of everything. Like, people were getting pushed around, but, like, we're all just laughing. Like, shits and giggles, man. Last but not least is Panic at the Disco. I stan heavily of Panic at the Disco, okay? I love them so much. My emo little heart will always continue to love them. Like, there's no way around it. Like, it's just written in the stars, okay? So it was on March 7th of 2017, I think. It was the Death of a Bachelor tour. So if you know what year that was, like, yeah. But it was the first time that I have seen Panic at the Disco with my friend Shelby, and it was so funny because we got in there because I was the one that got the tickets, and again, it was at Pepsi Center. Again, almost knocked on my lighting. It was at Pepsi Center, and I was like, we got floor tickets, and I was like, we gotta get there early so we can get close and whatever. And my friend's like, yeah. So, like, I drove us down there and whatever, and so we get in. I was like, dude, we're the first people in here. Yeah, we're gonna get barricaded. And then it dawned on me that there was, like, rows of chairs, and I was just like, cool. I was like, I was so excited because we were the first ones in the venue. And so we had designated seats, and I don't know. I didn't know what I was expecting when I saw Panic at the Disco. So we were on a row, and I was at the very end. Like, it was like me, and then it was like the aisle. And so my friend was next to me, and he was playing Death of a Bachelor, and he was playing This Is Gospel First, and he was like rising up into the sky and looking like an angel, you know, couldn't do no harm to anybody. And I somehow, like, got into the aisle a little bit, and there was, like, these big hefty security guards, like, coming down the aisle. They're like, move, get in your aisle. And I was like, oh my god, like, they're being so mean, like, why? And then I found out real quick why they were telling me to, like, get into my aisle, because moments later, oh god, he was singing Death of a Bachelor, and he was walking down our aisle, and I was like, dude, Shelby, what is going on? And, like, I'm gonna insert a clip, and I am so sorry for my godforsaken voice. I ruined it. When I look at it, I like to put the volume off or whatever. But he walked down my aisle, and I was like, oh my god, like, and, like, I held his hand, and oh my god, dude, oh my god, it was so magical. Like, I don't know, man. Dude, I wasn't expecting that. I didn't know what I was expecting. Like, I was just like, yeah, I'm here for a concert. Like, he put on such a great show. I think Death of a Bachelor was so much better than Pray for the Wicked. just like, I don't think it was up to par. Like, I definitely Death of a Bachelor knocked Pray for the Wicked out of the freaking stadium, out of the world, of how much like more they put into like the concert and the videos and the lighting, and Brendan was more interactive with the crowd, I think. I don't know. That was a really good night, and me and my friend were just like, what the frick just happened? We were crying. It was a mess. We were those girls. Anyways, I hope you liked this story time. Another long video. What's new? Like, I don't know how to make short videos. Like, that's just not something I can do. I like to talk. I'm a talker. Oh, seriously. There's so many more concerts that I could have talked about and like went on and on and on about, but again, I don't want to take up too much time. That is it for today's video. Comment down below some of your favorite concerts you've ever been to, or just let me know your favorite artists down below too. Maybe there's some music out there I've never even like heard of, or bands I've never seen. I'm just really wanting to get more back into music, because I've just been listening to the same thing, the same emo sad playlist. Not sad, but like the same music since literally 2006. So yeah, that's it for today's video, guys. Make sure to comment, like, subscribe, and all that other jazz that other normal YouTubers say at the end. Definitely though, as well with the music stuff, definitely let me know some video suggestions. Can't talk. Suggestions you guys have for the next video. I feel like I'm being more consistent as of late, instead of just doing one video and leaving for 4 months. So that's pretty neat. So yeah, guys, I hope you guys have a good rest of the day, night, whatever it is it may be where you're at, and I will see you guys next time.